Have you ever decided that you were just going to ignore all the red flags? Well, guess what? I have. I decided that I was going to ignore all the red flags. And if you want to hear about it, stay tuned. So, guys, let me give y'all a story time. Story time, story time, story time. When I ignored all the red flags and knew better. I don't know what I was thinking about. Y'all know how we just we in the moment and we just enjoying ourselves and we just full speed ahead. And that's what I was. Full speed ahead, ignoring all of the red flags. So let's just go ahead and get into it. So, I meet this guy, I meet him online, we talking, we chatting it up, everything is going good, right? And we meet up. Okay, let me give you some back. We met online and we were talking. We finally decided to exchange numbers. We started talking. He's calling me, I'm calling him. When I say that he is being consistent with the calls, I mean, he's being consistent. We talk every day, all throughout the day. We are talking. We are having good conversation. You know, when you're having good conversation with a guy and you don't want to hang up because this conversation is that good, there's like never a quiet moment, never an awkward moment, never a dull moment. Everything was all good. Conversation was good. So he had me hooked with the conversation. So I'm like, okay. He decided, well, hey, when can I see you? So we, plan a date and this and that or whatever. So he lived out of town, which I liked because I was like, okay, so if he live out of town, then I don't have to worry about having to see him all the time. It can go really slow, right? He didn't stay too far, but he lived out of town. Okay, cool. So I was like, I'll come to you because I don't mind driving. And I know a lot of people be like, oh, let him come to you first. No, I didn't really want that. I wanted a little adventure. I didn't mind. So I went to him. So he was like, well, he's like, since you coming here, I want to pay for everything or whatever. So he paid for my room. I mean, everything. So it was cool. So that's what we were doing. So our first date was really, really cool. I saw him in person for the first time. He is what he presented himself to be. And of course I was. But he was what he presented himself to be. We went out, we hung out all day, all night. It was like one of those moments of, I don't want to leave you right now. You know what I'm saying? But he was a gentleman and he left. And it was really good. So we continued to see each other. We continued to talk. Everything was going all good. Until one day, things wasn't going on good anymore. Like, the calls started becoming, inconsistent, real spaced out. There weren't any dates being planned. And I'm like, well, what's going on, right? So he's telling me, oh, my mom has cancer. I'm, having to take her to more of her appointments. My workload has gotten really heavy because, we down people. My sister is moving out of town. She got a job out of town. So that's making me have to, spend more time with my mom. Okay. I try to be, understandable or whatever. So I was like, okay. So he was like, but we're gonna make plans to see each other. We're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. Well, y'all, the plans was getting more and more spaced out. So, me, I'm the type of person you have to put a lot of effort into, okay? I don't just do the whole spaced out situations. I'm not doing that. Like, I like effort. I like for guys to put effort in me. So when it started becoming real spaced out and stuff, I just was like, you know what? I'm going to fall back. I'm going to fall back, because obviously this is not what he wants. Because one thing that I do believe People go after what they want. They make time for what they want. You cannot tell me otherwise. I know better. I have been shown better, and I know better. That I do. So I did decide to fall back. But we remained friends. And so, we would keep in contact or whatever. We would, be like, hey, if I'm in your city, I'm going to hook you, find you, we're going to hang out. If he's in my city, likewise, cool. I was cool with that. So, y'all, one night, I'm laying in the bed and I'm just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. I don't have nothing to do. And so, why did my people you may know come up? My people you may know come up, and there is a picture of a woman with, guess who last name? His last name. And he's in the picture too. And so I'm looking at the picture, y'all. When I tell y'all I'm on there, I'm trying to blow it up, and I'm looking. I'm like, is that him? I don't know if that's him. I can't really tell. So I started going back to the pictures that me and him had took together, and I'm comparing. I'm like, is that him? And I'm like, okay, well, I still don't know. So I click on, the profile. And so it's not really telling me who she's married to, because it's saying that she's married to this guy that I was seeing. So I'm like, I'm scrolling, the profile now. And so I'm trying to find his name somewhere. And I'm like, okay, it says, she has a daughter. He has a daughter. Okay. And I'm steady trying to find a name. And sure enough, y'all, somebody had tagged his name in a picture. And I was like, for real? For real? And I'm like, I knew better. I knew better. Like, I legit don't even know what I was thinking, because I knew better. I knew better. That's why he had to fall back and he stopped being so consistent, because he was married. I knew that. Like, I'm like, girl, you knew better. And it's like, you know what? When it first started happening, when he first started becoming inconsistent, it did pop in my mind, and I kind of just, brushed it off. But y'all, listen. It is so hard to date out here in these streets this day and time, because when I tell you that these people ain't loyal, they are not loyal. So when you see a red flag, trust and believe. Go ahead and do what you need to do. If you have discernment in a situation, go ahead and handle that situation. Don't leave it to be because you're gonna end up in my situation. Which I was just happy that I wasn't all, in love, and I wasn't hurt behind it, because when I saw it, I was like, oh, okay. I didn't feel no type of way. If I had been in that situation in the beginning, when I had really started feeling him, and then found out that he was, married, I probably would have been really hurt. But being that I had already fell back and I kind of was like over it, I was like, whatever. It don't really matter. It's cool. But y'all, when y'all see these red flags out here, when these people start giving y'all red flags, believe them. But that's all I got for you guys. I thought I'd come on here and give y'all a little story time. But until next time, you guys, bye-bye.